All right, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Strange Collectors. I'm here as one of your hosts, Cinco, and as always, we have Diego, the Stranger Things collector. Diego, it's been a long time. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. It's been kind of hectic getting ready for the holidays and all of that, but I've had the never-ending stream of merchandise arriving, so I have lots of new goodies that I have to catalog and talk about. So that's the best part.
Yeah, definitely a lot of goodies. As much as we always talk about this, my pre-order list, I feel like I'm get some of them coming in finally, and then the list just keeps on growing and growing. Just
Yeah,
these backlog.
my big bad toy store pre-order list was as long as my arm, and it's slowly dwindling down now. They've started shipping stuff after some of it after over a year of waiting.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to get into like what you've been collecting lately and definitely because of the holidays. Maybe we can talk about some last minute Stranger Things gifts. And can you believe it's been almost what, over 6 months, almost 6 months since season four has released. And so
Yeah,
right
it's
now we're
crazy.
hearing a lot of news about, when filming is gonna pick up for season five, the scripts. I seen Sean Levy talking about wanting to make sure there's certain episodes and how it's a tearjerker when they were talking about how it's all gonna and it's like,
I
man,
know
what are we gonna
it's
do with our lives?
we need a spin-off badly.
I know it's people ask me, say, Joey, when Stranger Things all done, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna still collect? I'm like, man, stuff we're gonna talk about today about to keep on making figures. There's always gonna be something with this kind of franchise, this kind of license, and all this stuff. They'll still put in out season one stuff.
Oh
So
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if they finish as strongly as they've done for the last four seasons, this will always live in pop culture world.
yeah, absolutely. So still excited to collect. We'll also talk about, where we're heading with our collections as well. I know we kind of go down different paths, through your journey or your evolution as a Stranger Things collector or just a collector. If you collect other things, you might share the sentiments of, you might be super diehard about collecting everything, and then you start going, oh, let me collect trading cards. Oh, let me just collect figures. And now, you've been showing me some cool stuff, and maybe we can kick off with kind of show and tell what we've been collecting lately, what we've been focused on. You've been kind of showing me some kind of like homemade stuff, some artwork. I know we always lean into that world anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, I found several artists on Etsy who do all kinds of really creative stuff, and I commissioned this Etsy seller to create some Stranger Things figures for me in crochet. So, and she did a phenomenal job, and I have several of them now. First one is Max,
That's rad.
and you can see on her on the
Baby.
gravestone
Yeah.
Billy's information.
That's awesome.
I have Eddie, complete with his guitar,
That's awesome. A lot of
and
creative.
the other one I will show you is 11 because this was the first one I ordered. I had to have it. It's 11 with her roller skate.
Is there any blood on the roller skate?
Uh, as a matter of fact, yes, there is.
Oh, priceless, classic. That's paying attention to detail. I love that.
Yeah, so I've kind of been getting into the creative stuff, the artist creations a little more heavily than the commercial stuff. So that's kind of where I've been lately. It kind of waxes and
Yeah,
wanes that way.
I know. I started out with I was just going to be collecting license only, right? Because I mean, if you start opening up that Pandora box and going down non-licensed items, oh my goodness, like yeah, it could get
Yeah,
really over it. And being that wanted to collect it all on certain things, once you start opening up and pulling on that string, is like, yeah, it's a
and
domino
I
effect
went
for
down
sure.
that path. I went down that rabbit hole for a very long time, and I had to back away a little bit and kind of start focusing.
So what do you find is where your passion is right now when it comes to collecting? Is it really just the new like more of like finding one of ones, creative artists creating things from scratch or
Yeah, creative artist type stuff. I mean, I still, as annoying as it can be from time to time, I still love the Funko Pops.
yeah.
I
Gotta
just,
you're in it this long. You gotta keep on collecting
yeah,
them.
yeah, you gotta keep on top of that. I mean, there have been a couple of cases recently where their releases kind of got on my nerves, like that special 11 that
Oh,
Walmart
the
released,
Chromecast, the
the
Chromecast
Chromecast
one,
11. Yeah, so that
the
one,
421.
yeah, a 42111 in a new box.
Oh,
So yeah,
they
which
got
just
us.
feels, that just has money grab all over it. But as a completist, I can't ignore it.
I'm with you. So at least you're not alone in your misery because I did the
True.
same thing. You have that going for you, bud. Yeah, Funko has always been because I like I talked in this show before. That kind of was my beginning of collecting. I used to just collect other Funkos, and then when I started collecting Stranger Things only stuff, that's kind of where I started with Funko. Just it was a natural progression as well. But it's been interesting that there's other companies out there, always, right? Copycatters. I don't know what you want to call them, but I know you just got this. Well, it took a long time. We've been watching our tracking, but I know you probably have a couple of figures. But these U2's
Yeah.
figures,
Uh,
which are pretty cool, pretty cool. They come with like a little slip cover, and then that looks like a
yeah.
pop to me. It's
Yeah,
fucking
it's very popish.
yeah,
But yeah, we waited for a very long time to finally get those, and they're pretty good.
yeah.
My real obsession lately, though, has become these the WETA uh, mini
Ooh.
epics.
WETA is a great company. If hasn't heard of WETA, I mean, it's not only Stranger Things. I have some Lord of the Rings collectors that collect stuff that their statues and phenomenal.
Yeah, that company, they did all of the special effects and stuff for the Lord of the Rings movies and all of those. I mean, they're just into that stuff up to their ears, and their figures are super high quality. I mean, I think that they're probably on par with 3-0 except smaller.
Very articulate. Yeah,
And
they're great detail for sure. What did you get?
I got a couple different ones. This might be hard to see, but
Oh
I
yeah,
got 11 and Vecna,
nice.
and the
And I
detail on
believe
them.
that's a 3,000 count. It's a limited edition
Yeah, that
one.
is a 3,000 count limited edition. And then so far, the other one that I've gotten is the pink dress 11,
Yeah,
and it kind of looks blue in the camera, but I assure you, it is pink. And the
yeah.
detail on them is just amazing.
I
It's
know I've had some other collectors reach out to me about the Weta, the two pack, and then there's two different Vecnas. So if you get the two pack, just to let you know, that is the non-bloodied version of them. So like you'll see what Diego had was the non-bloody version, but if you buy the standalone Vecna, the first series of them, it will be bloodied.
Yeah, I haven't received that one yet.
Yeah, mine's still being, it's on the train or on the paddle boat as we speak.
Yeah, so there's been a
Absolutely.
lot of cool stuff figure wise that which has been really exciting.
Yeah, we got the Epic Minis. And another thing that I've been seeing too is we've been collecting the Void series, and I was actually pretty impressed with this. They just came out with the Void series with Vecna. I don't know if you all can see that too as well. I forget where I ordered this one. I think maybe Big Bad Toy Store. Forget where I get, but I think
Yeah.
so. But compared to just the standard grade ones, definitely a lot more details.
Yeah,
Um,
I at first I had a little bit of a poor opinion of the Void series because the very first one they did, which was Hopper, uh,
right.
they were the exact same figures, and the Void series just had a little airbrush paint on and a hat. So I
Yeah.
was a little bit dismayed, especially with the cost.
Yes.
But they did two things with the Void series now, which is that they increased the detail and the quality of the Void series, and they cut the price by like 40%. So that makes it a lot easier to swallow.
Absolutely. I mean, it's tough because like right now my focus is on figures. You know, a space, but I when I really think about what I like when I'm in my collector's essence room, wherever when I'm rounding, I like to look at figures. I like the minis.
Me
I
too.
like the different artists' takes of the figures as well. So any of those kind of very expensive ones, I really enjoy the specialty artists that we see in like Netflix's shop. They do if they
Yes.
might drop one for like 200, $500. Yeah, they're pricey, but there's a part of me I just love that individuality where they don't just look exactly all the same type figures.
Yeah, exactly. I think it just makes such a huge difference to have one that's unique like that.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for a bunch of cute Poskets. Of course, 3 zeros. I'm starting to see. I saw other collector friend of ours, got Dustin 3 zero has been hitting the pavement.
Yeah, we still have that one, and I think we have
Lucas
Lucas pre-ordered, but there hasn't been any
pre-order. Yep.
movement on that yet.
No movement on that. And then we saw now. I think, I, is it YouTube's make demo pets? I think it's a mystery mini demo pets, like little like
Yes.
darts
Yeah, they're
and
like
demo
little.
dogs.
Yeah, they. I have those pre-ordered too. I haven't received any yet. But,
Yep. And then I just saw, I think I told you about this. There's another, I haven't heard of this company. Maybe a viewer has heard of it. Minix, Minix. So they look like they're like between like a mystery mini or a pop, soda pop Funko figure. It's kind of but a little bit more detail to it. So I don't know. I pre-ordered them. You know, when I see new figures,
yeah,
I'm like,
of course
we'll see when I get them. But I don't know. There's so much, and of course,
there is.
they always go towards the staple season one, which honestly, season one is my favorite. It will always probably be my favorite. Even though I love a lot of parts of even the most recent one, it's really up there. It competes
Yeah,
versus the season one, but season one is still that magic of discovery. It gets me. So
yeah. So I do have one question for you.
okay.
What are your thoughts on this load of Funko Pops we got for season 4?
So you were telling me this. How many did they release now? I think we did the math. Was it
It
over
was
40
it,
something?
if you count the blacklight pops,
Mm-hmm.
and which came out before season 4, and those.
Which we hated on at first, but until I got them, I'm like,
But
wow, these are
yeah,
pretty cool.
and then they're cool. But yeah, about 40 in for this one season.
Yeah. That's in and we're I mean, there's so much more they could do.
I know. I mean, they haven't released. There's still no Murray,
It has
which
to be a
just
licensing
kills
thing.
me.
It has to be
It
a
has
licensing
to
thing.
be.
I just don't get that either. He's too popular of a character. We know that you remind me about the Vecna and the Creel House. So there might be some kind of
Yeah, that
Funko.
was shown as kind of a teaser. It was basically just a silhouette of it, but we haven't heard
Hmm.
any more. And I don't know if that's even going to happen because I know sometimes they just back off
They
and don't
cancel it.
release them. But
Yeah, it depends on how everything's selling. I think Stranger Things does pretty well with Funko. That's why I mean they made 40 of them. They would do
yeah,
that
for
if
one
it
season.
for one season. I think they're definitely milking it as much as possible, but we've talked about it. I know it's a little too soon to talk about season five, but every time we talk about that, we kind of wanted to calm down. It was a nice calm before, not having that 2 year window break before season four. It was nice. We're still collecting. It was kind of even flow because we knew that big storm was coming, but we know season five, wow,
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
just
for
gonna,
season 4, there was that pre-order panic,
yeah.
when everything started coming up at the same time, and we're all like, yeah, gotta order that, gotta order that.
Yeah, the fear of missing out. And there are some things, I'll be honest, as collectors, FOMO is real. I purchased some things thinking like, oh my gosh, I need it because I have to complete it. And if I was just patient, if I listen to my other fellow collector friends, says Joey, just be patient, let the hype die down. You won't spend, 300% over the value price of
I've
things.
done it many times, and I'll probably continue to do so.
Yeah, it's in me. I'm addicted. I'll do it anyways.
Yeah.
So, so we are talking about the holidays, right? We really want to talk about the holidays, and I know our group we do a little fun thing like a Secret Santa thing too as well, where we just we all get picked different collectors in our group, and we send them a gift, a surprise gift. Have you been able to send out your Secret Santa gift yet?
I have. It's on its way, and strangely enough, it's not Stranger Things.
Really? Okay. Well, that's the thing. We kind of keep it open, right? Because like I know you and I, we always feel weird because like we in the group, we're probably the biggest collectors in the group. So it's like asking for something, like it'd be really hard to get us something we don't have, unless it's like a one of a kind if they want to make it
Yeah,
or something like that.
and that's why I always, if on the little summary I give my Secret Santa, it's like anything handmade, a card even is just fine, because
Yeah.
I know it's daunting to try to think of a Stranger Things gift for you or I. It's like, well, what am I
Absolutely.
can I possibly get that they don't already have
I
twice?
know. Yeah, that's in general. Yeah, exactly. And which honestly, I don't mind having to because sometimes in the box, out of the box, that's kind of cool too. But with the holidays, we guys are, if you're looking for those last minute gifts and stuff, I mean, still right now, I places I go to for collecting stuff right now is locally like box lunch, Hot Topic are gonna be common things. But what certain items would you recommend, Diego?
I think in terms of ease of getting them, the Bandai figures
Yeah.
are a pretty good bet right now. The Funko Pops, some of them are easy to get, some of them not so much. I know that the Hot Topic ones, there are a lot of Hot Topics that carry them all. Mine carries none.
I know. It's
But
it's hit or
for
miss,
me
man.
in my area, what I've seen that are pretty easy to get are the Bandai figures, and interestingly enough, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover figures.
At
I,
Target.
I was at Target the other day, and they had a whole bunch of them. So that kind of
Target is a
thing.
mystery. Like Target was slipping there for a minute where I'd pre-order stuff and I just cancel it because I'd find it in the store or I just like,
Yeah.
you're there's a couple items I don't still think they ever delivered.
No, I pre-ordered the. Do you remember the small Bandai figures, the ones that had the extra pieces to build a Demogorgon?
Yeah, these
I
ones, the collect them all ones.
Yeah, I had the I think it was Dustin and Lucas that I had pre-ordered for months and months and months, and it never shipped, and I finally just canceled it. I just
That's
got tired
awesome.
of waiting.
Yeah, yeah, it was on pre-order. I canceled. I just found them at my local Target, and yeah, I got them all at Target. But yeah, I just like what's going on Target. But so it was nice to see that, and I didn't get the pre-order Argyle Funko. I had to go through eBay. The 2-pack with Robin and Nancy, I had to do eBay too as well. But
I
so
went
be it.
through I went through a shop in the UK for the Argyle
Oh, did
because
you?
because I wasn't able to pre-order from any place here. So that is actually shipped and landed with my friend in the UK, and she'll be shipping it to me
That's awesome.
soon. So
Good to have friends and over the pond help you
yeah,
out there.
exactly.
That's cool, man. Well, like you said, we really just again, this is just a holiday series. It's wanted to check in. Things are kind of quiet right now. We're just winding down our season here too as well, and we'll pick up, as we get into more collecting after the season. I know tons of pre-orders are coming, so we got a lot to talk about,
Yeah.
a lot to go in. We still want to bring guests on here. It's been a timing thing with people's schedules. There's a couple cool guests that we've been trying to work on, but everyone's so busy and it's really hard to land some things right now. But don't worry, we would love to have other join us in this journey, just not us two talking. And we love to, artists, if you're an artist out there that like specialize in Stranger Things or non-Stranger Things stuff, we love to talk about as well. We love collectors. If you're a collector of Stranger Things and you want to share some stuff and you have a certain passion about stuff, hit us a line up here in our comments. And we love, to maybe, venture and bring people on here. So
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I would love to have other collectors come on and share
yeah,
their
for sure.
passions.
For sure. And so as we always wrap up our show, we always like to talk about like, hey, let's showcase maybe one or two items from our collection that we're, super stoked or super excited about. And you and I are super excited always about comics, graphic novels, the artwork, the stories, is it canon, is it not canon, which we find out pretty much none of it's
None
canon
of it's
as
canon.
we learn later. But still, people ask me, do you still collect them? Yeah, I still collect them because beyond of it, the art is awesome. And of course, the one I have that I really enjoy that I have it is that it's rated a 9.8 was the signature series Brazilian version of the Kyle Lambert. I don't getting a glare here, but signed by Millie Bobby Brown as well with the gold right
Yeah.
there. You can't really see it, but yeah, this one I got a few years ago, and it's still one of my prized possessions because I
Yeah.
love the artwork. It's so iconic.
They're super hard to come by now,
Yeah.
and you don't even want to know what the price is that they're
Well,
selling
just to
for
kind
now.
of give you thoughts, they have a signed one, they have a non-signed one, they have a white cover with just the logo. There's a couple different variants out there that I'm still hunting down. So if you have a different variants, drop us a line as well. What about you,
So
Diego? What do you got?
mine is actually an early Christmas present that I just
Oh,
received
okay.
yesterday. And
Nice.
one of the group members, Natalie Spears, she had a pillow custom made for me. And it is the Cat Fire Club. And not
Oh,
only
that's
that,
classic.
she used portraits of my two kitties, Rocket, who is right here, and Peanut, who is right here. And I just thought it was the most adorable thing. And I love it. It's just
That
my
is
favorite
perfect.
thing ever. It was, and I just can't thank her enough for that.
That is so cool. Yeah, good job, Natalie. That's a I saw it you post in our chat and I was like, wow, that's a rad rad gift for sure.
Yeah, she'd been teasing me about it for months. You're going to love this. And she was absolutely right.
Oh, cool. Well, that's pretty much it. We again just wanted to touch base here and talk about what we've been collecting, the stuff that's coming in. Like I said, our list keeps on growing. There'll be more. I'm excited. What I'm really excited, the more of the WETA figures showing up here soon. A couple of other things that I'm excited about to get pretty much the first line and the second volume. I think there's a couple volumes of Q Poskets are a
Yeah, there are
little
still
lagging right
several
now.
out there.
I think those are two that I'm waiting for right now. And then I just got a notification that the Lakeshore Records, the volume one and volume two of the Kyle Lambert art series is coming as well, plus with the CDs.
Oh,
Had been shipped, so I should be getting this Wednesday. So, as a music lover and collector with the albums and CDs, that's showing up on my doorstep this week, actually.
that's awesome.
So,
I can't wait to see what the Secret Santas come up with in the group as we get closer to Christmas. That's going to
yeah.
be a blast. It always is every year.
Well, awesome. Well, again, thanks for joining us, everyone. We are the Strange Collectors. My name is Cinco. This is Diego, and we will catch you the next time.
Take care, everybody, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.